You are watching a field demonstration highlighting the impact strength of the product you're about to install, the Ladtech high-density polyethylene recycled manhole catch basin adjustment rings. As you can clearly see, the Ladtech catch basin adjustments will not be the weak link in your system installation. This video has been produced to guide you through the successful installation of our Ladtech adjustment rings. Now that you've had a brief introduction, we will proceed with the step-by-step installation procedure. The first step is to make sure you have a clean installation area. Remove the existing casting and rings or cover plate to expose the concrete structure. After this, make sure to clean the top slab with a whisk broom or a chisel. This will ensure a flat seating surface free of rocks, gravel, blacktop, protruding concrete, or frozen debris. Note, after cleaning, if the surface is extremely irregular, then take a non-shrink grout and mix it to a 2-inch slump, placing it in the middle of the catch basin wall. Then place a 2-inch catch basin ring and press it down on top of the grout mix until it is set firmly in place. With the installation area now clean, stretch a string line or position a straight edge to determine the adjustment height required. Make sure to measure the projected curb, cone, or top slab to the projected finished grade. When making this measurement, make sure to deduct the distance or height of the cover frame. Determine the net buildup of the rings required to make a finished grade to come within 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch of the curb and the cover frame in place. Now that you have your preliminary measurements, you will need to determine the best ring height combination to obtain the necessary adjustment for your specific installation. In cases where grades are not flat, use slope rings to accommodate for this difference. If offset of rings is needed to achieve casting to curb alignment, you can remove the tabs from underside of rings if necessary. Removal of the tabs from one side of end of rings will allow up to 2 inches of offset. Offset should not exceed this amount per ring. Removal of the tabs from more than one side will allow for rotation of the rings. Ladtech also provides 1/4 inch flat spacers. You may stack more than one to get to the desired final grade. The rings are to be placed with pocket openings down and tabs extending into the structure or lower rings. Note that slope rings are tapered from side to side at an angle to prove a 1% to 3% grade. Once you have made a correct measurement and the rings are all at a desired height and in place, you are now ready to place the casting back on the rings. Before doing so, make sure the base of the cover is clean and free of any debris. Set the cover in place, verifying it is centered to the top ring. At this point, you should run another string line, making sure that all final grades matches your desired measurements to the curb. Your installation is now complete. Sweep and remove gravel from the top of the catch basin and below the adjustment rings to expose structure and have room for filter fabric wrap. If the specifying engineer requires a woven, unwoven, or poly fabric, it should be applied at this time. The wrap should extend over casting flange and a minimal of 4 inches below top edge of concrete structure, making sure you tape the overlap in place. If you have an oversized manhole with top slab, wrap should rest a minimum of 6 inches out from rings and on top of slab. Note that if a concrete collar is poured around catch basin rings and casting, filter fabric is not required. Proceed to fill the area with Class 5 and compact it. This video shows you the basic step-by-step method recommended to install the Ladtech catch basin adjustment rings. If you have any concerns, questions, or suggestions, you may reach us on our website at www.ladtech.com.